shoulders today, shoulders. Literally just got here. So I'm gonna warm up my rotator cuff a little bit. Actually, some going back here. Let's see. Okay, we gotta do these guys to warm up that rotator cuff. To go to about 25 on each. Whew. Important for the rotator cuff, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, three small muscles that we do not use at all. But we use them a lot when we lift, and we hit them a lot when we lift. When you're going throughout your day, you're reaching for something in the cupboard, you're closing the door, you're just simply picking something up, you are using your internal rotators. You are strengthening those. You are lighting those up, lighting that grid up. But we never light up the grid of the externals. And if we don't do that, we're going to injure ourselves, because these are the muscles that are integral when we lift weights. All these kind of unnatural, not functional movements that we are putting our body under. And this might look really simple. It might even look silly. But it's not. It's very important. Oh, we have somebody here. Dog, how you doing? Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. Oh boy. We're on a stream marathon right now, dog. We hit last night, outreach. We had fake B12 Friday, and we're gonna do these every few days. Get anybody in here that wants any kind of, I don't know, who has any questions on vegan weightlifting, bodybuilding. You can even ask me questions on running, nutrition, supplements, pills, all that stuff. Dog, you're funny, man. All right, we're gonna hit 25 more here. So really get this thing warmed up, and I gotta do it on both sides. And yeah, because I'm gonna do 3 sets, 25 on each. Especially when I'm working the shoulders. Like I'm hitting them today, so. It really burns. This exercise burns like hell, because it shows you how weak this muscle of yours, these 3 muscles really are. They need to be strengthened. Woo! They're just tiny little muscles. If we don't strengthen them, we don't build out that effective shield. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're actually going to start out today. We started, at the beginning of the month. And we started to get back into the weights. And we've already gained, a few pounds of muscle, putting multiple pounds on all of our lifts. I'm going to start off with 3 sets of 8 with the 50s today for the shoulder press. And see where we've come there. But thank you guys, anybody stopping by, thank you for coming in. Let's hit this one more set and then we'll really get started with the workout here. We're getting a big storm apparently coming in. Big storm coming in today, tonight. One more here. Okay. Maybe we'll stress test the 45s real quick. I feel like I'm getting my strength back from the last now 24 days since we've started this. We've been working out 3 times a day. We try to do it live. 3 times a week, we try to do it live. But yeah, you can really feel when your strength's coming back, when you can start lifting some of the weights you lifted before. Ooh. Ooh, it's not even that bad. 45 pounds. All right, let's move into the compound part of the exercise or of the workout. Compound, we want to start off compound because we want to take advantage of those muscles when they're at their freshest. That's why if you're trying to bodybuild, you really have to start off compound lifts. You want to engage as many muscles as possible. This is how all the great bodybuilders of our time did it. If you're doing bench, you're going to start off with a heavy compound type of, or chest, you're going to start off with a heavy compound type of bench press. Even shoulders, we start off with heavy presses. We just want to tap that grid while it's fresh so we can get optimal returns on the cacophony of muscles or the myriad of muscles that we're hitting with that compound lift. It's not aimed to just hit one little muscle, like we're not isolating. We're hitting a grid. Like for chest, when you do a bench press, you are hitting your chest. You're also hitting your lats and a bit of your front delts, right? And you're stabilizing your core. But the lats, the front delts, they're getting worked too, and they're gonna build out proportionally too to your bench press. In this case, we're gonna do, starting off with some presses with the dumbbells. Will I be able to do it? We're gonna find out, but we're gonna go for 3 sets of 8 to start out. All right. First, we gotta get them up there. Drive. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We've definitely gotten stronger. anyway. Whew. All right. Second, third set coming up. I think we're gonna do some laterals today. I kind of like this earlier time. There's definitely nobody in here. All right, second set. 3 sets of 8 and hit for 50. Come on. One more. Woo! Oh, boy. Thing is, that's going to be too easy soon. So we're going to have to look into gyms, probably like in the April, probably March or April. I'll probably work out here up until around then and join a gym and make sure I join a gym where I can film. And I think I know the one I'm going to do it at. That'd be kind of cool actually, right? And I could even get, I have friends that work out. I could even do we could do some friend workouts together. I could call upon some of my buddies. We could do some streams together and we could spot each other. It's just like there's a lot of opportunity for live streams and content and doing stuff. I kind of like the workout terrain. All right, last set. After this, I'm going to do some bent over laterals, which is a great exercise for the rear delt. We'll do that next. Oh, all right, last set. Alley-oop them up. Hip. Ah. Whew. Not even that bad. 24 days ago, ain't no way this was happening. 2 more. 1 more. Yeah. Just got the complete, got everything. 3 sets of 8, let's go. All right. Whew. I think I want to throw in just something to mix it up a little bit. I think I want to throw in a set with 40s till failure. You got to keep your body guessing. Arnold kind of spearheaded the shock principle back in his day. You got to shock the muscle. You got to keep it guessing. Shock the body. Has no choice but to build back better. Oh, dog, what's up? That's great, man. Good points. So I'm gonna do this one and just go until I fail. That's it. Maybe we'll throw in some Arnold presses in honor of throughout the trajectory of these lifts. Yeah, guys. You don't have to take drugs to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to eat supplements or eat pills. You can bodybuild using weights, eating fruits and veggies. It was just termed by, the sport, really. And the sport had nothing but commercial interests underneath it. So, you don't have to live through dogmas, I consider myself a bodybuilder because I'm building my body. And I'll call myself a bodybuilder because I'm building my body. And I'm using weights and actual food to do it. You don't have to compete. You don't have to be on stage. You don't have to constantly look at yourself in the mirror to be a bodybuilder. Just somebody that lifts weights, exercises, eats clean, and builds their body. Let's take that turn back from industry. It's ridiculous. All that filth, all those toxins we put in our bodies and call ourselves bodybuilders. You're destroying your body on an internal basis. Might not show outwards, but it's kind of ridiculous. All right, let's do a set to a failure here. I hit these from the side a little bit here. Hit these delts a little bit at an angle. All you do is tilt your wrist for that. Get a little bit different of an exposure. We'll just hit some Arnold presses while we're at it. Let's integrate them in. This is a set to failure. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right, next up, we're gonna do some bent over rows. We'll kind of move to we'll move the other one when we do laterals. Bent over rows, we kind of need heavy. So we're gonna use 45 pounders. Three sets of 8. Raw dog, are you having a good day today? Any plans? All right, 3 sets of 8. Gonna have a little sway in this one. We're using heavy weights, and we are going for a build. So, we're gonna be using heavy weights. Woo! Well, okay, here we go. Berserker's got something for us here. The title is Vegan Bodybuilder, and then he walks into the effing video camera. Holy whatever, I'm laughing so hard, haha. For yourself, the title, Vegan Bodybuilder. Well, thanks for being here, Berserker. The reason that humans only give birth to one and animals give birth to a bunch. We have food supply. Oof. God would have made it, otherwise God would have made it to her animals. Only give birth now. And if you are at all a Christian, or if you're religious, you have to keep in mind that Jesus was a vegan and also an animal rights activist. So if you are appealing to God, I think it's important to keep these things in mind. What you're saying right there, you probably read somewhere, or you're looking through a lens of bias when you're lamenting such. If you really pan out and look back and just kind of see what you're saying. Let's go. What's up, Mel and Steve? Hi, guys. Yeah, it's just chilling. Starting to do these live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday if I can. Today, Saturday. Trying to get as fit as you guys. Mel and Steve, thank you guys for being a constant inspiration to me, myself, and to everybody, and to all vegans. Thank you. Thanks for touching base, stopping and saying hi. Did you guys get a chance to see Gary's and Joey's interview yesterday? I thought it was really good. Gary and Joey had an interview, and it was 3 hours long. And I'm probably a half an hour into it. And I can't wait to listen to the rest, because Gary is such an interesting guy. And he's so funny too. Like, I'm walking and I'm just listening to him and some of the stories he's telling about his growing up and his college days, and I'm just laughing. Like, I can just see him doing all that in that very Gary form. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm gonna hit 2 more sets of these reverse delt flies with the 45s. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so I'm in kind of a baby gym right now, but plan on evolving to a bigger gym once I grow out of this little gym here. But thought it'd be a cool outfit for live streams. We've actually had some good non-vegan conversations in here since I've been doing it. But I wanna go to the Coliseum eventually, join a bigger gym, and I just gotta make sure I can film and do outreach while working out, and even wear vegan t-shirts to possibly do outreach with people when working out. I think that would be a cool thing. And just have fun and share information with our brother and sisters, When we know better, we do better. And, we've all been duped by these engines. Gotta eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. As I echo Gary, I know. I find myself echoing his tones, because I'm a very emulative guy, and of course I like him a lot. But so sometimes it sounds like I'm echoing his line of speech. But yeah, these engines, they tell us we gotta eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. We've all been duped, So all we can do is share with others. And that's how we can do it. Share with them that we've been fooled and unite. All right, last set. Oh. Okay, we're gonna move. Get the coffee back real quick. Somebody comes in. I don't like filming them. So we're gonna move over to this room for a little bit. We'll finish out the flies. So somebody came in. I like this room because nobody really comes in here. And it's like, yeah, it's a gym, but it's a small gym, and it's a community gym, and it almost feels like I'm filming them. Or they're on camera. It feels more exclusive. Yeah, be back in a jiff. All right, we're back. We're gonna finish out with some lateral raises. Maybe I'll do it on a stability ball. Oh. Yeah, let's see if we can do that. All right. If there's anybody in here that's new and it's not vegan, that has any questions on, veganism, please feel free to ask. We're here to share information, I think that guy that just came in, who obviously left his 2 cents and left, he doesn't see, he's clouded by this kind of dogma which he's adopted. All we have to do when looking at information is turn inwards instead of into this external kind of rubbish that we're all exposed to. You turn inwards and you know that eating meat, cheese, milk, and eggs are supporting such systems is a violent thing, and it's not nice. And it's nothing that any God would condone. Wow, dog, that's crazy. Dog says, my dreams are so lucid. Lucid dreams are very interesting, aren't they? They're very interesting. I don't think all your dreams are lucid. I think you mean vivid. When you go lucid in a dream, you realize that you're in a dream and everything that's appearing is a product of your consciousness. Not to get too philosophical, but I would posture also that is the case right here, right now, and with this of which we're living. Everything we see around us is an outpicturing of consciousness. And we learn and we see glimpses, effectively almost going lucid, when we sit with ourselves and we inquire, when we listen, when we develop our intuition. We can learn and see this clearly, this notion more clearly. But yeah. Well, awesome. Let's start off with some laterals here. 25 pounders. I'm going to try this on a stability ball. We're going to be hitting the front delt. Of course, you guys know that I warmed up. If you've been watching the whole stream, we warmed up the infraspinatus, supraspinatus, and the teres minor, the effective small granule rotator cuff muscles, the externals, so to speak, to be precise. Yeah. I was a trainer for a little while for 24-hour fitness. Actually, we'll do these standing. And that was one of the biggest things that I told all my clients. And what we did before we worked out was warm up those rotators. And I would watch all my colleagues, my other trainers in the gym, not warm up anybody. Just go right into it. That's what they would do. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. All right. All right, nice 25-pound kettlebell laterals. Okay. Hey, how you doing? Achun bitte. I probably said that wrong. The pathetic reasons, and nice to see you here. Thank you for your nice comments as of recently. The pathetic reasons non-vegans come up with for supporting cruelty astounds me. And go troll your precious carnivore sites, right? It's what they do, and they just kind of go and solidify their lines of thinking with all these carnivore doctors that have built out the dogma really well and got it very convincing that you're supposed to eat meat, that we need that. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there's ones that are so lost, and that I don't know if in this lifetime they're gonna wake up. They're gonna have their vegan awakening. I think a vegan awakening is a real thing, and it just depends on what trajectory you're on, And everybody, I sincerely believe that everybody, as far as our true nature goes, will have a vegan awakening, everyone. Some people are just so lost right now, in their current embodied life. And they've been had by the dark, kind of deceptions that we were all had by for X amount of years until we were vegan. For me, it was 30 years. I was eating meat and cheese and milk and eggs and defending it. And laughing when vegans would, posture with, you shouldn't do that. You know, it's crazy, and it's a testament to how thick the inertia is built out, how well that inertia is built out, how potent that inertia is that profit engines have really exacted. Sobering. Really is sobering. All right, 2 more sets. Some laterals here. We're going to put a slight arch, hit the muscle at a slightly different angle, and up. These are 25-pound kettlebells. 3, 4, come on. 5, ooh, it's getting a little harder. 6, 7, one more. 8. Oh, boy. Boy. All right, last set. 3 sets of 8. We're sticking to the 8 because we're trying to build. That was cool. It's Mel and Steve came by to say hi. Solidarity to It's Mel and Steve. You know, amazing activists out of Australia. Big gym lifters too, and also showing you that you don't need to eat meat. You don't need to eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs to be a weightlifter, to be a bodybuilder. We get all the protein we need from plants, baby. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do 2 more. Oh yeah. All right. Finish up with some abs. Abs here, guys. I might crack on some music, but the weight portion is essentially done. So thanks, guys, for joining me. In 24 days, we've definitely built out the lifts a bit. 24 days so far, 3 days a week in the gym, and let's see where it takes us this year. If you're just getting here, my name's James, and I run this channel called Above the Horizon, where we help people see over industry lies, take back free thinking, cultivate intuition, and the bedrock of the channel is vegan activism, because that's ground zero, essentially, for everything I just mentioned. Vegan. I'll see you guys in the next stream, and yeah, keep working out, keep being vegan. Please don't take pills or supplements. Just eat from the earth. All right, guys. Catch you later.